we have an interesting discussion because, you know, I was talking about investments in ABB investments in Africa and in South Africa. How do we see the future of South Africa, the future of Africa as far as the energy side is concerned? Then we had Eskom talking about the plans. We had the regulator moderating, so that was quite funny, and quite good, I must say, because you know, there was a number of questions that were very pertinent to what's happening today, and are even talking about nuclear developments around the world. So very, very good and very, very well attended.
How does the future look for South Africa in terms of energy?
Well, you know, people, I'm a very positive person, so I will talk more about the positive issues than any negative issues. I think we have experienced some shortages last year. You know, there were some specific issues that happened all at the same time on the first quarter of last year,
yes,
which did not happen again, and hopefully will not happen again.
Have they been addressed, though?
I think those issues, technical issues, have been addressed. We also shouldn't forget that some of the power plants were in maintenance at that same point in time.
True.
So that has created some shortage, and if you package everything together, it is something that does not happen often. And I think
it's all going to come at a cost to the consumer at the end of the day.
Well, that is something that you have to ask Eskom and the regulator. But one thing is for sure: the prices of electricity that we have cannot support any future investments from Eskom. That is clear. If it is another 30% per year, if it is 20% per year, how it's going to be smoothed out, I do not know. The prices today are not sustainable for Eskom's development.
That should alone be an incentive enough for the private sector then to invest more on alternative energy, wouldn't you say?
Well, it could be alternative energy, and could be conventional energy as we are using today. I think that we did not have the private sector investing before because the price of energy, the price of electricity was very low. And you will see new investors coming to sell onto the grid, to sell into Eskom.
Yes.
And you will see new investors coming where they will invest to produce their own electricity and sell to Eskom on peak times.
And I believe that's already starting to happen.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, Sasol has built a couple of plants. We have seen that happening in the sugar industry. So I think we'll see that more and more.
In terms of an African perspective, we all know that energy, or rather power, is one major infrastructure that needs very much investment, huge generation there. Yeah. Is the will there from investors? Well,
you just changed from energy to power, because in fact there is no, or to electricity, there is no lack of energy. You look at the amount of oil, of gas that gets burned in Angola or in Nigeria. If I just took the flared gas in Nigeria, that will supply sub-Saharan Africa for almost a year. So there is no lack of energy. There is lack, probably, of a will from some, from some sectors to invest in power generation.
What about governments?
Well, if you look at countries that have between 9 and 15% access to electricity, the primary responsibility lies with governments. It is for governments to start investing in power capacity in those countries.